RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode. What it do?
So, enough of that, man. Let's get into this damn real shit, man.
Yeah, but our final boxing topic tonight. It's a poll topic that we have, and one of the popular ones we had was, what's worse, going 12 rounds and getting dominated, or again, dominate and then stop within the distance. I forgot what the results of the actual poll was.
I looked and it was like 60% getting blanked to shut out.
Yeah, and I can see that too, because it doesn't. If you're shut out, pretty much that just means you couldn't do anything with that man, while you were fighting, and your boxing completely failed, and you were conscious, and you're conscious that you failed.
Yeah, but it also means you're there every step of the way, and you might, land a shot here or there, but you can't do nothing. You losing pretty much.
I'm looking at it right now. There were 37 votes. 68% voted for getting shut out as worse.
Yeah, like I said, I can see that, because anyone can get knocked out in boxing unless you're Oliver McCall. Anyone.
Then you'll have a nervous breakdown instead.
Yeah. But then anybody can get the ass whoop in boxing, and it's like I don't see. I could see that. I think people more look at the hopelessness of losing 12 zip, but I look at it worse as far as like when a nigga knock you out, he relieve you of your senses. He stops you from fucking doing anything, becoming a threat, and all that shit. Like, it's like you definitely lose. Like, and it's more embarrassing to me because a nigga could always say like, yeah, he was talking that shit, I knocked him the fuck out. Like that sounds worse than a motherfucker saying, well, man, y'all beat his ass 12 rounds. Yeah, I decisioned him up. He's nothing for me. Like,
and it's I can see that too. I was again knocked out. Like, to me, it's not just. If you get knocked out by a known puncher, it's whatever. But if you get knocked out by someone who's not a known puncher, like I'm pretty sure opponents felt embarrassment when Paulie Malignaggi stopped him within the distance. So it's like, if I got knocked out by someone like that, I'd be like screaming like, man, Paulie must have had loaded gloves in this or something, man.
Anthony Mundine knockout to
Aki. Yeah, that one kind of pissed me off too, because because Aki doesn't lose in Germany all that often, especially on the cards. But he was losing; he was down on all cards. Mundine almost had to remain standing to actually win that fight and keep that 0. And then Aki lands the temple shots of all temple shots, and dude is out there on the floor, out cold. I'm just like, man,
it's crazy. All y'all feel that even Rome, all y'all was feeling that the damn decisions and 12 round zip is worse than being knocked out.
Rome, if you're there, man, like, what do you think, bro? What do you think is worse? Nigga, Rome must be high as a kite right now.
I know. It's just like, to me, imagine like not. I could never imagine not winning a single round, like one single round. Like especially imagine if we're talking about two top tier fighters. Imagine the best of the best fighting, and one of them gets blanked. I could see two top tier fighters fighting, and one of them get knocked out. But like, imagine two top tier fighters and one of them gets blanked, and you're supposed to be a top tier fighter. Like, I'm like, how demoralizing has.
I see that the same way as a knockout. You top tier and you get knocked out. The fuck?
Because even top tier fighters can get knocked out.
Top tier fighters could lose decisions.
Yeah,
they can lose. No, they can lose decisions, but get blanked, get like dominated, shut out. Like,
Yeah, Roy Jones had a whole career of that.
Yeah, I mean, and I know. I mean, I'll just bring. Even though he was kind of old, I mean, Kovalev shut out Hopkins. You know, he won all 12 rounds and scored a knockdown. Like it was, you know, Hopkins was too old. He couldn't do nothing with him because he couldn't handle his power like that. You know, so I mean, I didn't see that going. I mean, I
But if you told me did Kovalev put a worse beating on Pascal in the second fight, I'd say hell yeah.
Sure, yeah,
That's worse than what Hopkins got.
hell,
Except that 12th round, like Kovalev really started putting his foot in Hopkins' ass in that 12th round.
yeah, because Hopkins decided to stick his tongue out, and Kovalev's like, okay, you know, you want to stick your tongue out at me, eh? Okay, you know, and he went to work,
Exactly. Taking boss combos and shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I mean, probably the best example of this, although and to me, it was blank or near blank, obviously, was Floyd and Canelo. I mean, Canelo, if you watch the fight, probably won no more than one fucking round. And even that one round, you might give him, that could be a 10-10 round. Because he didn't win any more rounds after that.
But that's the thing, is like, I don't even look at that as like an ass whooping. That was like a boring ass, boxing lesson type of fight where one guy is just kind of decisioning the other guy up, neutralize him, and just had a little more offense. I don't look at that, that's not like a bad 12 zip. Like Pacquiao Algieri is like a real bad 12 zip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the funny thing is that, yeah, that fight should have been stopped, but Algeria lost by scores I had never seen in boxing. Like
rumor has it that Algieri's still waiting to be let out the cage.
He ain't never got out that damn cage.
Yeah, Algeria had no business being on the pay-per-view fight Pacquiao. I mean, to lose a fight 120 to 102, like I couldn't even look my mother in the face if I was a boxer and I lost a fight that bad.
I think honestly that's like the only way like a knockout like it's worse than a knockout, because the guy is like dropping you multiple times, hurting you, and it's like you just there for all of that. It's like damn, like at least if you lose every round and you're not getting dropped, you got the occasional, you land a hard shot like Andre Kessler, but when you're just there getting dropped and hurting, like boom boom, stumbled and like that's bad. Like
Andre Kessler is one of those underrated fights that, I mean, Kessler really put his foot in Andre's behind. I don't understand how he even made it to the final bell.
He really beat his ass. If you like seeing fights with like accurate 1-2s and somebody that keeps trying, then that's the fight, because
hell yeah,
that's just target practice.
Yeah, and I remember. I mean, I like both of them, but I thought Andre was actually something. After that, I was like, man, this dude is really limited. Like, either Kessler's really beating his ass, and he's not really doing anything about it.
Yeah, Kessler was damn stomping him off, like shit. But yeah, like that's a bad one. That's a bad 12 zip. Like you're throwing the kitchen sink at somebody. But I'm always like take the knockout as worse, because like just getting in the fights like on the regular neighborhood street shit, like school, whatever, you always got more respect and admiration for knocking somebody out.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like niggas, what I mean? The hype was different when I decision a nigga up on the block. Like it's, well, man, yeah, you made him look garbage, bro. Like, yeah, you had him swinging and missing, and you was jabbing him up, nigga. You did your thing, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, if you didn't knock him out, at least you drew blood or something. You opened up some cuts over on his face or some shit like that.
Yeah, but that energy's way different from bruh, yo, Red Dog, yo, you soul clapped this nigga. You had him laying in the street just stargazing, like you had his nose and feet pointing to heaven, like bruh, like you an animal, nigga. Like come on, like what you doing? Like the energy is different, and it's like even when it's talked about, like like you don't want to be that guy that's in question on the other end of that knockout.
No, not at all.
Whereas decision, it's like you could always spin it at like, well, man, that nigga got hard, dog. Like he took an ass whooping in the half, bro. Like varying on the degrees of the ass whooping you receive. But yeah, like I think it's like worse to just walk around getting your ass knocked out than it is just losing 12 zip. Like the 12 zip hurts, it's embarrassing, but I see there's more moral victory in that than saying anybody could get knocked out. It ain't about anybody getting knocked out. It's motherfucker, you got knocked out.
Word.
I never heard somebody fucking use that in a real conversation about this shit where, you talking about how nigga got knocked out and then somebody's like, well, remember what's his name got knocked out last week? Like, yeah, so that's just two motherfuckers that got knocked out.
Oh man, I mean, like I said, I guess it depends on how badly, how bad the 12-round blank ass whooping is. Like, I mean, obviously there are 120, 108, 108 fights are just really boring.
Like, I mean, what I'm thinking of is the quintessential ass whooping 120 to 108 knock. Without a knockout is Calzaghe Lacey.
Listen, I'm tired of hearing all that fight.
It is the quintessential.
Too much negativity.
But I feel like Algeri Pac was worse than Lacey or Calzaghe because Pacquiao was dropping this man hard like multiple times. Where like
that too.
Lacey only got dropped once, and it was more like an accumulation. But I remember. I know you had a poll recently with which one was worse, Calzaghe Lacey or Shane Mosley Margarito, and I for one had to say like Margarito getting thrashed by Shane was worse because the type of hard shots Shane was like jumping and landing and just putting his body weight behind those punches. Like,
yeah,
Calzaghe was really throwing some good heavy shots and accumulating, and he had the volume going, but those concussive hard sharp punches, I always take them over some volume shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Mosley, of course, with the extra shit that was going on, like, Mosley was just like, you know what, I'm going to bash this dude until he goes to sleep. I mean, Margarito had never really been in trouble like that before. Like, like Margarito,
fourth round, it was a hard, bad night for Margarito.
Yeah, and Margarito, was pretty much an asshole when he was fighting. So, when this dude, when you see this dude, like, dazed, and doing one of them half-hearted smiles, like, you knew that he was getting fucked up.
Hell yeah.
Like, there was like, when the referee stopped it before Mosley landed that final shot, like, Margarito, all he could do was just, like, smile. Because he knew he got his ass whooped. He was done.
Yeah.
But 120 beatings, man. 120, 108 beatings, though. I mean, they're rare. Like, the really bad ones, like, we just mentioned Kessler and Andre. That's one of the worst. That's on the worst side. Like, you don't ever want to see a fighter get beaten up like that for 12 rounds.
Yeah. But see, I would, like, me personally, I would have stopped Lacey Calzaghe. Like, they gotta stop that by the 9th or 10th round, honest.
Yeah, you could. Because Lacey, and I was getting pissed by the moment. It was
his face was all swollen. Like, it was just he wasn't able to do anything. Like,
yeah, he wasn't able to do anything with that man. And it's just like, but Lacey didn't quit. And now I know most people would like, that fight shortened his career. That wasn't the fight that shortened his career. It was the next fight afterwards that did. And that was worse.
Yeah, I would definitely say Calzaghe shortened his career a bit. Fuck all that.
Yeah, he did.
You don't take a beating like that and you don't get your career shortened.
His hype was non-existent, and after that.
Yeah.
No,
he had a shot going into the fight. Like Mosley Margarito, like Mosley was like the 4-1 underdog.
Right, and then Margarito was on top of the world pretty much.
Yeah, like remember he had got Oscar shook. Oscar went to picking on Pacquiao.
Yep, and that because that was the fun because Oscar wanted to fight with Cotto. Cotto got past Margarito.
Yeah, no, he said he wanted the winner. But when the guy he thought it would lost. That's when it was like underwater talk.
Yeah, like how Pacquiao wanted the winner of Spence and Mikey Garcia until Spence won. Then he's like, no, I'll fight third.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and the Spence fight was a legit 120, 108.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
But you know, it's not as bad since he went and beat, you know, Thurman, who's better than Spence. So you know,
Yeah, so I mean, even
I forgive him.
yeah, I mean, like he wasn't like he fought like a Birdo or something.
Yeah, you know, he beat the guy that got better wins than the guy that, you know, he wanted, that he ducked from fighting.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, so at least Pacquiao is safe from that type of criticism.
Yeah, that's like, you know, you got a choice to jump in a pool with a bull shark or a, or a
no,
tiger shark.
but
you do the tiger shark, like nah.
But to be fair, I don't think he would. I mean, we had seen Thurman come off a long way up and then get, you know, that fight against Josecito where he looked vulnerable. I don't think Pacquiao would have been so quick with that one round is what people talk about. So I don't think they would have.
It don't matter. Thurman already been coming off layoffs. That's he's addicted to fighting that way. You would have got that type of Thurman regardless. Like Thurman been fighting once a year or once every 18 months for like the last 5 years, man. I ain't gonna get that no. You ain't gonna give him that excuse.
No, I agree, but perception is reality.
How if you perceiving that shit wrong? I mean, it's facts that Thurman's gotten wins over elite opponents after long layoffs. Like, we can't dispute that.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why criticisms of him are not as loud as say from others like a Danny Garcia or somebody.
Yeah, or a Gary Russell.
Yeah.
Turbo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But just to close it out, I definitely just feel like knockouts are worse, man. Like just, you know, coming home, tell your pops you lost a fight, and he's like, so what happened? Like, oh man, you know, I couldn't do nothing with this nigga. You know, he beat me every round. He's like, oh shit, damn, nigga, could you pinch him? You what? Or, you know, you go to, so what'd you do, man? Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we had a good little fight, but yo, he knocked me the fuck out. Like, god damn, he knocked you out. Nigga start rolling, and he get the phone, start calling your uncles and everything. Like, nah, bro, like.
Yeah, I mean, knockout.
Because remember, any way you flip it, like, you could be winning the fight. That's even worse if you get knocked out and you was winning, because then it's like, damn, you sorry ass nigga. Like, how you gonna lose?
Yeah, just like Povetkin and White. That's the perfect example of that. White was winning this fight on his way to actually ending the shit, and then, you know, gets obliterated with one uppercut.
Yeah, that's worse if Povetkin would have came back and won a decision and just beat him the rest of the fight. You know, we would have been like, damn, this man made a comeback out this world. But to knock him out, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and that's after going down twice in the previous round. Like, everyone thought Povetkin was about to be ended. And then this nigga
and just erases everything. So
yeah,
it was interesting poll topic, interesting discussion.
I mean, like 120, 108 type of decisions. Like I mean, they range. Like, I mean, you can have the boring ones, which is just like, you know, people are just doing the bare minimum. Or you can have the, like, you know, the Andre Kessler ones where you're pretty much a boxer absorbs all types of punishment, and then you have to send them to the hospital to make sure they don't have a brain bleed or something like that.
Yeah, but then again, it's also like what kind of knockouts we're talking, because rarely do we have are we talking the knockouts where, oh, you got slumped like cold, or, oh, well, you were getting beat up so bad the ref had to come in and stop it. You know what I'm saying? So
but it's the fact that you're getting knocked out, even if you're getting beat up and stopped. Like, we're talking about like legit knocked out. We're not talking about no Kawasaki Manfredo knockouts. If we talk about stopping, we talking about like real fucking a nigga teeing off on you like a Mike Tyson, Pinkleton Thomas, 18 punch combo. You know, geez, like.
Killing your ass.
Like, you're either knocked out standing or on the ground. Either way, you're knocked out.
Yeah, like you can't do shit else. Like you're done.
Rome, there you are, bro. So tell me, you know, what's worse, getting beaten up for 12 rounds or getting knocked out?
Definitely a 12-round beating, because, well, I don't know, actually. It's kind of hard. I don't know. I'll say getting knocked out. Getting knocked out is worse because at least 12 rounds, you know, you gave it your all, but it's just some fucked up judges because they could be fucking with you.
It's no
Most
judges. Is you know you lost every round type of fight. Like,
Well, at least you survived.
okay, see, he's saying how I look at it. Like, you
just get
spin that on some moral support shit, but a knockout is a fucking knockout.
Yeah, if you get knocked out, it's just like, damn nigga, did you train?
no, but I mean, if you fight somebody with it's like the heavyweight division. Heavyweight division, anybody can get knocked out if one punch. Like that's how many times do you see shutouts in the heavyweight division like that as compared to knockouts? Like
Lennox Lewis to a Tyson bone crusher.
Yeah.
They happen, but that's the thing. It's like if you look at it, if you say fuck the heavyweight division or just look at a fight, don't matter the division. A knockout is a knockout. A knockout
Also,
is just
12 rounds are a 12-round beating is also worse for your health.
Yeah, it is.
it could be. Yeah.
That's why boxers have bigger CTE issues than MMA fighters.
But then some people get really fucked up on their knockout, so it's then that shit could go both ways.
What you mean?
But what if you taking the same type of 12-round beating up to the knockout?
Yeah, that's bad too.
Cause then it's like they got like a punctuation mark. Like I feel like a knockout that you're dominating is like you do your damn special finish attack. Like whereas at 12 rounds, it's like you're beating the person and you might even do your special finishing move and that shit don't work. Like that nigga still take it and you still gotta beat him for 12 rounds. Whereas a knockout, it's like boom, 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 boom. Then it's like, all right, nigga. Like, oh shit! Like,
to me, that was like,
I mean, some niggas is durable. Like, that's you're either durable or you're not durable. Like, fuck.
Yeah, but if it's a 12-round beating, but a 12-round loss don't mean you take a 12-round beating though.
Yeah, you just couldn't. It could either mean you just get outboxed for 12 rounds, or it could be different things.
Yeah, I'd rather take the Canelo treatment from Floyd than take the damn shit. Even Claudio Pacquiao was bad because Claudio couldn't do fucking anything.
Well, he
Claudio. Well, no. Well, let's not go.
Well, no. Like as far
Claudio
as
chose
he
to
got
do
blanked,
nothing.
but he still landed some punches, but he still got blanked.
Claudio chose to get blanked. Like if there's ever a example of just throwing a fight, that in my mind, I will never be swayed that fucking Claudio threw that fight. I will never. Nobody will ever be able to. No, nobody will ever not be able to tell me that.
That was like the perfect strategy for Claudio.
Because the one time that he did hit him and hurt him, he went back to doing nothing, absolutely nothing.
So there was like 1,200 more punches coming back.
You can't tell me he didn't throw that shit.
See, I could believe that only if I had never seen Seth Mitchell versus Jonathan Banks 2. That is a throwing fight.
Yeah, that's more of looking like throwing a fight. Like,
yeah, I've never that was one of the worst examples.
But what was the story with that? Jonathan Banks hurt both hands.
Yeah, but he hurt this dude. Like he wobbled this dude like plenty of times, and every time he wobbled him, he held back or whatever. Yeah, he said his hands hurt, and let Seth Mitchell get his quote unquote get back.
Yeah, that was a fucking. They had the they did like some bookies had to get their money back on the investment of Mitchell. And they said, look, make that shit go 12 rounds so we could be out of debt. Mm-hmm. And then we'll forget about your boxing career and all the money we spent.
Yeah,
that's how that shit felt. But
yeah, that was a throwing fight.
Yeah.
At least when Claudio threw against Pacquiao, Claudio hurt Pacquiao and actually marked him up with the few punches he landed.
Yeah, and then did nothing afterwards, which makes me think like that's why I always think.
But that's how Claudio fights.
That's how Claudio fights,
though. Take the risk like that, though.
No, he does, but like it was too extreme even for Claudio standards.
But this was prime Pacquiao throwing 1,200 punches. This wasn't a normal Pacquiao performance. Like if there was ever a fight where a guy got neutralized by offense, it was that fight.
How do you hurt someone and then freeze up? Like, okay, well, that's the
I just
perfect
explained
opportunity.
it though. Like he didn't want to take the risk of Pacquiao clipping him with something because Pacquiao was just darting around angles, getting around the guard, throwing a bajillion punches at this nigga. Like,
But you know, if he's hurt, he's not going to be throwing a bazillion punches. Maybe like a couple more. But
you
he's
still
not
gotta take the risk though. Come on, you box before you. I'm not just saying no bullshit. Like,
No, it's. I mean, that,
Nah, you're right, but the way I am, if the guy's hurt, I'm going for it. Like I know he's not going to be throwing punches back like that. That's the perfect time. Get him out of there, so I don't have to
but
worry
you don't
about
always do that because some people, because Pacquiao still be exchanging when he's hurt.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like if this is Pacquiao. This is not like we're talking about like some jobber. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go in for the kill. Like because it's like, well, okay, I heard Trinidad. Hold on, let me go and knock him out now. Like, bruh,
I don't know. I'm just saying, like even
it's
like
just easier said than done, nigga.
I mean, yeah, because I said Claudia has done that. Claudia has done that before in different fights. Or I mean, Cobra Fight's part of the Rare fight. He didn't do that, and for some reason, he was motivated. But that. I mean, I didn't get those wrong vibes. I was just thinking that he didn't like that. He didn't like the shit that's coming back to him, and he kind of held up.
I feel like there's a way to still be cautious and still go forward and do something. Like when Thurman hurt Pacquiao. When Thurman hurt Pacquiao, he was still coming forward and throwing stuff, trying to further hurt him, but he wasn't like going crazy. He still knew there was a possibility, something get thrown back. He's still being cautious, but he's still being assertive. Clottey was not being assertive at all, like just cautious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Thurman and Clottey like two different levels of fighter. Like Thurman takes more chances than Clottey. Like Clottey like leaves it up to the boxing guys too many times.
Well, the boxing guys don't love him, that's for sure.
Yes,
Because the boxing guys don't like indecisive fighters. You can't leave it up to the boxing guys. Like once the boxing guys see that you're one of those dudes that leave it up to them, they start giving you the damn. That you start losing decisions. Winky was a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
He would give it up to the boxing guys for the last couple rounds.
Yeah, well, they kind of screwed him over sometimes. So
And that's why, because he overvalued his first 10 rounds. Fights where he just put his foot in the guy as the whole fight, he wins that shit. Mosley, Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
The times where he doesn't do that shit, he lost or he get a draw. Taylor, Vargas.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, yeah. There's definitely you can definitely see both viewpoints on. If you think a 12-round beating is worse, or getting knocked out is worse. But definitely. I mean, if you get knocked out, obviously it's just like depending on. If I'm talking about a 10-count knockout or a knockout where you're.
It's like okay, hold on. Would you like Pat?
Mm-hmm.
Like let's talk football terms. Like, would you rather be blown out or shut out?
Hold on, what, ain't that the same shit? Like,
no, it's not. You could be you could be shut out and not be blown out. Like at least if you
as being on a team, having been on a team that's been blown out and shut out, it's better to be blown out because at least you score something.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you get shut out, it's
talking
like
about
you have no chance. Yeah. If you get blown out, if you get shut out,
like me too. Like I've been on plenty of teams. I would rather get blown out than get shut out, especially if it's like even a close shutout, like a 7-0 in football, or like what I'm saying, like I don't want to be shut out. I don't care if it's close. Like I'd rather be blown out. Pause.
I've lost I lost 42
but hold on, isn't it
and I've lost 42-14.
Hold on, what'd you say, LB?
No, I'm saying like the shutout's almost like the KO, like it's super definitive.
I mean, I mean,
Because
no,
a blowout,
shutout-
if someone's blowing you out and you land something, or you land a punch or two, or you have one touchdown, you at least you hung in there, you're there. But a shutout, you're like you're not even compete. You got like a knockout, like you
no.
done. Like
To me, a shutout is almost like a shutout in boxing. A shutout is a shutout. Whether you're getting, you know what I'm saying, you're not scoring anything. You did absolutely nothing. Where it was like, you know,
but you score boxing differently because boxing is about rounds. You could lose a round and still land a jab. Like, how many times has there ever been a boxing fight where a motherfucker don't land anything?
It's very rare, and that's
Very, very ultra rare. So you can't really compare a shutout in boxing to a football shutout.
Well, I mean, in football, you can have a good drive, you can have a good down, and then it lead to nothing. You don't score any points. You get
That's the thing with boxing. You can have you can land one jab and score. That's still a score for you. That's still a point within the round. You just ain't do it enough to win the round.
No, see. Now I'm looking at a jab, landing a punch as a first down, and then winning a round is scoring. I guess that's where we differ with that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's different when you're comparing it to other sports. This is like, I'm a sports person. I don't want to get shut out in anything because that means I did nothing.
right.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting to get like the different viewpoints, from people,
Especially if you're like, to me, this is just my personal opinion. I feel like if you're a Tommy Hearns got knocked out. Tommy Hearns has never been shut out, and Tommy Hearns is an elite fighter that he shouldn't be getting shut out. If Tommy Hearns were to get shut out, I would look at him differently than if he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, but even fights that he was winning and he gets knocked out, it's like the knockout is still worse. Like,
I mean, the knockout. If anything, I mean, the knockout is physical damage. It's like, because I mean, knockout. I mean, knockout is good for the brain. You know what I mean?
That's just my personal opinion. I feel like you should be above getting blanked you can't be an elite fighter and get blanked.
I feel you, but then it's like, who the fuck was around to blank damn Tommy Hearns? People know you don't try to blank this guy.
Yeah, you got.
That's like saying, like, damn, you beat Shaq 1-on-1 and you ain't get in the paint. like who the fuck gonna do that?
True.
Hold on, you beat Tyson and you was in the phone booth? Like, how'd you pull that off? Like, nigga, that's not even happening. Like, nah. Yeah, you gonna use the whole fucking street to outbox this nigga. The whole alleyway.
Oh man, yeah. It's definitely an interesting to see, but yeah,
order the
bad for your brain. 12 round decisions could be bad for your brain if you're not careful. It's I mean, obviously, like I said, knockouts. Yeah,
one's bad for your mental health because there's no memes of Pacquiao getting decisioned up, but there's a hella memes of him getting knocked out by Marquez.
Facts. Yeah, absolute facts.
Well, I got a quick poll for you. What you think? You think Holyfield gonna get knocked out or he gonna get shut out?
I don't think Holyfield will get knocked out. I don't think he'll get shut out either.
You think so?
It all depends on who he fights. I hope it falls through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't feel like none of these dudes should be. It's like, I mean, I can understand Holyfield because Holyfield kind of needs the money, so I don't put it past him. But like,
do something else.
60 years old. He doesn't, you shouldn't be almost 60 years old.
Yeah.
Like I said, some of these dudes just get like itches and it just doesn't go away. It's just their fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they are. They're fighters. Like, and even Tyson has said that because I was watching a podcast with him, and he was just like, he was just always like, he was like, I'm always gonna be a fight fan. I could watch two grasshoppers fight. Like, I don't care as long as like I can watch anybody fight because the fight is like you just get to a point where it's just in you and it's never gonna go away. And you watch it enough, and you think, okay, you still have those itches because you just love it so much.
Yeah. I mean, I feel exactly how you feel. I know that feeling.
Right.
Whenever PJ showed me do damn footage, I'll be like, damn, nigga, like, I wish I was gonna box your ass up, nigga.
You know, but in the end, though, like, you're going to be fighting no matter what if you need to worry about. You know, you got to get somebody from themselves. Because a knockout will only feel far worse. It's just as almost as what the 12 rounds is sitting. Because either way, what's that?
Nah, like I couldn't hear you because King P still ordering.
Yeah,
I'm not ordering. I'm home. I'm home, bro.
Your house is noisy, nigga. It sound like the detention center. Like the fuck.
You're hearing the fights outside.
There's fights outside. See that's what I'm talking about. Like y'all filming Bad Boys too and shit.
Yeah, but you know, as I said before, at 58, you know, Holyfield, you know, a knockout or a 12-round beat, either way, it's additional damage to already what he has now. Neither are good for him. So it's like,
yeah, you don't need that shit.
Not at all.
I mean, it depends. If these guys are just going to be doing exhibitions, then you know what? It doesn't bother
with headgear.
Yeah, but they're not going to be doing headgear either. Yeah.
I'll see that fucks it up. Like, I ain't trying to see Tyson combo Roy Jones right now at this stage. Tyson trying to override Roy Jones.
Has anybody seen any of the Chavez exhibitions? Because I'm like, is he wearing headgear? I haven't seen.
Oh man, them shits is hilarious. Like nigga, the woman Arce, that shit was classic.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're wearing headgear and their exhibitions are better than most fights.
Bruh, tell me about it. Like there's like one where he's like he pushes the referee out the way. Nigga, them shits is fuckery. Like they're worth it. Like I don't know why they gonna if they partner up with that Roy Jones Tyson fight. Wow.
I don't know. I just feel like it's like with some people it depends. Like if you're just doing exhibitions, it's fine. But then you have people that like, oh well, you know, even Tyson at 53 years old could probably still be champion. I'm like, oh my god, no, he's not. Like this is then it's where it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, when the advanced casuals start getting too opinionated.
Right. And then, you know, you get a situation where they actually have to do it, or they actually do it because they get souped up and then bam, they get hurt.
Yeah, and we don't want to see that.
What the fuck?
That wasn't me.
Oh, it's this nigga LB. You niggas in your background noises, my goodness.
Like this nigga, like what was that jazz sounding stuff? Like
that was his ringtone.
So let's wrap up the podcast for tonight because I know I'm just taking a look at the time and whatnot. And, you know, we could probably go on talking forever. So yeah, like I said, it was definitely, you know, that whole topic was pretty interesting, and we're definitely.
Yeah, my bad, man. My phone was on fucking it wasn't on mute.
Yeah, no problem. You know, so like I said, you know, that was an interesting whole topic, and then obviously we'll probably have more, you know, more podcast discussions on future whole topics as they come up, and believe me, they will. You know, so we just come to the end of our show for tonight. You know, so everyone will just give their final thoughts. Rome, I'll start with you, man. You got any final thoughts?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rome, Chi-Town's on. Everybody go, you know, ringgangradio.com. Check out all the shit. Hella shit out. Hella articles, hella podcasts, hella information. Tune in to us, nigga. Y'all niggas need this. The vibes.
Hell yeah, that's real talk right there, man.
Yeah.
LB, man, you got any final thoughts?
Oh, nah, just ringgameradio.com. Make sure y'all hit us up. And subscribe to everything we got going on. You know the deal. Podomatic, YouTube, IG, Twitter, all that good shit. Be on the lookout for the cartoon episode 2. That shit's gonna be coming real soon. Just final touches and gonna blow y'all away. Animation on point, the action, the jokes, comedy, all that shit's there. The music, everything like before. Just it's on another level. So shout out to everybody else in Ring Gang. Y'all know the deal.
Hell yeah. LP, got any final thoughts?
I mean, you already know. Ring Gang Radio all day, every day. Ringgangradio.com. Calm. We got the cartoon coming, volume 2. You know what I'm saying? No Hard Knock Life, but definitely volume 2 is going to be dope. Damn, it was opening some Cheetos. Anyway,
We got some Pringles. Man, I want some. They ranch with sour cream and chives.
but you already know. Follow us on Twitter. Got some more interesting poll topics coming. As always. Like, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You already know the deal.
Twitter, tagged.
Yep. We got some content coming. Don't sleep.
Definitely, working on my newest Forgotten Fades article, and whatnot, and then obviously just do my prediction videos for the Charlos fights that are coming up in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, give or take. Can't wait for that. And obviously just the other stuff. The cartoon is coming. Got more music coming. And possibly definitely more features and guest appearances. With other folks, in the very near future. Like say shout out to my man Lukey, for having us on our show the other day. We made that shit hot. So it was a good fit. It was dope. And like I said, keep a lookout for more features in the future. So for myself, as Corporate, the New England representative, for LB, Shuttlesworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P. Bodega P, for Rome, Chicago Win. This has been another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.